Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our comic strip storyboard activity from the choice board number 4. And so today's video is going to be a lot shorter. Our goal today is to brainstorm some ideas, get some ideas on paper or on the slide, and then choose one of our ideas that we're going to use when we create our comic strip. All right, so just a reminder of what our task is, what our mission is. It is to create a comic strip. That's what our end goal will be. So when we're thinking about the 7 habits, we're applying, beginning with the end in mind to making sure that we know what we want our goal to be, our finished product will be. So we're in the beginning stages of that right now. And just to refresh, this is what our goal is to think of an idea for a short adventure story that takes place either at home or at school. Plan your story, then write it in 6 boxes on a paper to create a comic strip. Use speech bubbles and drawings to tell your story. Include the characters, setting, problem, and solution. Now it does say on here to use it to write it on paper. Now you can do it on paper, but I'm going to give you several different options and different ways that you can do it if you would rather like have some options. So you'll have that, but that's not until tomorrow. So today's today's goal is to brainstorm our ideas here. So this is called uh, a brainstorming graphic organizer. And I've provided for you instructions. Here's 1, here's 2, and down here is just a reminder of what kinds of ideas you should be including in your story web and in your idea web. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Today's mission is to add at least 3 more ideas to this organizer. So Ms. Mills got you started by giving you a couple of ideas already. So you're supposed to be coming up with an adventure story that takes place in school or at home. So what we're thinking about is ideas for our comic strip. And here's one. This really doesn't take a lot of imagination. I'm sure all of us are experiencing this right now. We could probably write some really interesting stories. But here it is nonetheless. You could choose to write about a family who is quarantined at home during a pandemic. Who would have thought that we would even be thinking about pandemic as a reality in our world today? It's crazy to me. But anyway, I mean, that would make a really great comic strip. I'm just saying. And then here is another one. A teacher and her students who got stuck in the classroom overnight during a storm. Those are kind of realistic-ish ideas for you to start with. But what your task is to come up with 3 more ideas. Now, if you want to talk with your family members about some ideas and get some things started in your brain that way, you're welcome to do that. If you want to contact your teacher and say, hey, I'm stuck, I need some help getting some ideas, you're welcome to do that as well. But I want 3 more bubbles completed for this task from you. Now, I provided an extra bubble just in case you were just full of some ideas and you had some extras that you wanted to add. So you're welcome to do more than 3. You're welcome to add more than 3 ideas, but I definitely want you to have 3 ideas in here. Now, what's really nice is you can type in these bubbles. So that'll be easy. Okay? So once you add your 3 ideas, you'll type it in, type it in. Then it's time to make a choice. So I'm going to exit out of present mode because I can do that. And I'm going to show you how you can type in your bubble. So all you have to do is click there and your cursor comes up and you can start typing. Okay? And you can resize your font if you need to make it smaller. I had to do that with these. You can even resize the bubbles if you needed to. So don't get frustrated with the bubbles because you can change the size. Don't get frustrated with the font because you can change the size if you need to. Okay? Once you've done that for all three, then you have to choose one. Now, if you need help choosing one and deciding on one because maybe you just have so many cool ideas, talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to your teacher. We'll be glad to help you narrow that down to a really great idea that you can use to make your own comic strip. But I need you to make a choice and choose one of them. When you do that, and the way that you show the teacher that you've done that is by dragging this explosion bubble around the idea that you wish to use for your comic strip. Boys and girls, that's it, other than turning this assignment in. So once you've done all of this, you have the 3 bubbles completed, you have this around the idea that you're going to use, then it will be time for you to turn it in. And I've listed some directions here for you, but it's no different than any other assignment that we've been doing this through the NTI work. So your mission is, number 1, complete the brainstorm organizer by adding 3 more ideas. 2, choose your idea by dragging that explosion bubble over it. And 3, go to Google Classroom to the comic strip day 2, view assignment, and then turn in. And that's it. Once you have it turned in, then you will get your credit for today's assignment. Tomorrow's where we dive right into writing our comic, and I look forward to starting that adventure with you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.